A bizarre insect society. These are honeypot ants. Some members of the species only exist to store food for others. The worker ants gather flower nectar in times of plenty and feed it to others who never leave the colony. Their abdomens swell to the size of a cherry with sweet nectar. It's the colony's insurance policy against hard times. Now the precious honeypots are full and kept clean by their comrades to keep them healthy. But in this corner of Death Valley, the driest place in North America, it hasn't rained all winter. These desert survivalists will need a plan B. There's been no rain now for 6 months. Through the drought, the honeypot ants have gradually drained all the nectar they'd stored in their nestmates. So with nothing left to eat, the workers are setting out on a raiding party. They must be quick. By the middle of the day, the surface can hit 200 degrees. That's hot enough to cook an ant in seconds. They find a rival from another colony. They size her up and follow her scent back to her nest. Here they find ants still full of nectar, black from food found on tree roots deep underground. Buried treasure worth fighting over. The starving invaders eat some honeypots on the spot. Others they capture and drag back to their home colony. The raiders will have to get home fast because a force of nature is building nearby. The thundercloud collapses into a monster dust storm known as a haboob.
Most caterpillars find their food among flowers. This particular species, however, feeds in an entirely different way. A way that is full of risks. Ants eat caterpillars. But this caterpillar is a master trickster. First, she releases a droplet of honeydew from a gland on her back, encouraging the worker ant to tend to her. Next, she does something even more remarkable. She takes in air, inflating her body. And then she releases it, making a sound that resembles the distress call of a queen ant, whilst bathing the worker in intoxicating pheromones. In response, the worker ant picks up the caterpillar and takes it back to the nest, as if rescuing it. But will the other ants accept the caterpillar as a queen? She continues her royal squeaking, and, amazingly, they do. Once inside the nest, the caterpillar can go wherever she likes. Surrounded by thousands of ants that could easily kill her, she finally gets the reward for her trickery. This caterpillar is one of the very few in the world that becomes carnivorous. Over the next 6 months, this fake queen eats the defenseless ant larvae until she is 100 times her original size. Then, having consumed almost the entire ant colony, she pupates and becomes a chrysalis. Nearly a year later, on one warm spring day, she performs her final trick. She emerges from the shroud of her chrysalis as an adult large blue butterfly. "40 years ago, the large blue was extinct in Britain. But once its extraordinary life cycle was understood, it was reintroduced from Europe to restored meadows here, and now we have one of the densest populations to be found anywhere.